All right. Okay. Welcome back. So let's go back. Let's get straight to Hamisi. Hamisi, I ask a question: how, the political future of Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka would look like if he ditched Azimio today and decided to go it all alone the way he decided to go it all alone, by the way, and Andrew Sunkoli, his running mate?
Well, thank you very much. If from today he goes it alone, then we expect him on the ground, and the ground is large. The country is big, and if he's starting as late as today, then he has a job to do. Two, this concept of agreement before, this concept of there was no an angle of saying agreement, you will have this. With 22 parties, how do you divide this cake before you know exactly the results? So people are saying he's becoming a bit unreasonable, because if you have to have this before the elections, how do we know how the elections will go? In good group, we say we go. When we arrive, we shall be able to share. When you go to hunt, you can't say nipatie mguu. You have to have the goat passed down, slaughtered, and then now the goat is here. Let's divide it. So there is some people are misreading. Maybe we're wrong, but we're misreading the position of Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka. Two, we have some background. We saw him in 2002 when he went it alone and it was difficult, and then he said, now because I have a few members of parliament, let me join Kibaki so that we form a government. People are saying, is it the concept of Peter in katikati? People in Kenya have this memory, jogged by the actions of Mheshimiwa Kalonzo. So if he comes out tomorrow clearly, I'm going on it alone, it will be very difficult to get to the presidency. He will get some votes because he has his constituency, and that will affect the results. Either way, it may affect the results positively, or it might affect the results negatively for the other two candidates. But this concept of this theory of they will not get 50 plus 1, it's still a theory. There is somebody who's saying they are going, any one of the two may get even more than 50 plus 1. So all these are the good discussions, but I think unity is good for the country, and also the peace of mind because now we are confused. Those who want the two, for example, those who want Kalonzo and also they want Raila to be in one team.
It seems that we are losing Hamisi there because of network issues. Hamisi, yes. Back to you shortly. Let's go to Tabitha Ogutu, if we can pin Tabitha there. Tabitha? Okay. So, Kevin, now the question is now, yes. Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka was offered a position. What if he decides to take it? Will he still have all these complications? Is he still contemplating taking up the position, or is going it alone?
Because at this point, he will make his own personal informed decision on whether to drop his presidential bid and support Honorable Raila, with or without that position, or with that, or taking that position. But one thing which Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka has always advocated for is for a structured dialogue. And by structured dialogue, Victor, is where there are agreements to support what is discussed, not just mere talks. For example, whatever was promised in KCC by Honorable Raila, it was just a talk, whereby he said, I will offer Honorable Kalonzo this, I will offer Oparanya this, I will offer this person this. Yeah, so it is not structured. And Honorable Kalonzo, looking at his legal background and also his political background, he has a reputation, he has a community, yeah, he has a party to protect. Yeah, so I believe it is not lost for any negotiation to be entered into before 30th, Because I believe from that is when candidates will be cleared. And even after a candidate has been cleared, they can drop their bid. They can write to IBC and drop their bid. Yeah, but Honorable Kalonzo is a senior politician. We can't speak for him. Believe you me, the kind of decision he makes well thought and well informed decisions. If you look at the likes of, and I think I had Mboga speak of the same, whereby he's talking of the three Ukampani governors who all along, Victor, were fighting Honorable Kalonzo because they know for sure that with Kalonzo on top, then they are irrelevant. When you see Honorable Ngilo speaking, and I heard her the other day saying that she should be given that position of a chief minister, you can see for sure this is somebody who just wants a position. She even said, if I lose my governor seat, she is very sure that she will lose the governor seat position. Yeah, so she just wants a position for her own. Yeah, so and look at on the other hand here, a person who wants the best interest for his people. He is asking, for example, apart from me, what is there for my people? Yeah. So I think with all honesty, Victor, and the question you asked me on whether he is playing hard to get, so that he can force a runoff and negotiate with any winning candidate, Victor, the reality is nobody should underrate Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka.
Nobody's underrating him.
Believe you me, Victor, he can pull a surprise and win the presidency of this country. He can pull a surprise, Victor. Between now and 9th of August, Victor, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Remember, even Kenya Kwanza were believing that Central Mount Kenya belongs to them. Now they are shocked. Yeah, the dynamics have changed within. Actually, after Mother Crow was named, the dynamics have changed, and that's why you have seen they have all been running to Mount Kenya. So if Kalonzo is cleared by ABC and he eats the road on the campaign trail, believe me, Victor, people have reservations for both the Raila and Ruto. People have reservations, but they are saying who is better than the other. That's why you have been seeing as mere politicians saying, in whose hands are we safe? That is their clarion call, and trying to portray Ruto and Gachagua, his running mate, as people who are corrupt. Yeah. On this other end, they are not saying anything about Raila and Mother, for example. They also have their own shortcomings, Victor. So this question of in whose hands are we safe between Ruto, Raila and Kalonzo? Believe me, Victor, people know for sure. Politics aside, people know that the right person to become the president of this country is Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. Okay. But, Victor, politics as it is, whereby there's all manner of ethnicity and also government influence, Victor. There are so many things in which influence politics. Yeah, and you see, as Kenyans have a very important role to play. Remember Article 1 of the Constitution, sovereignty of the people. When they go to the ballot, deep inside themselves, despite what they have been given by these other. Let me ask you this. Somebody said that Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka is trying to complicate the whole process because he was not given that position. As per his allegation based on the NASA coalition agreement that Honorable Raila Odinga was going to support him. So is it his time for payback? Not payback, Victor, but believe you me, Honorable Kalonzo is not out of his mind when he says that the running mate position is obvious, that it is only him who would have delivered to Raila. He was correct in his mind, and we don't know which conversation they had in closed door between Honorable Raila, Honorable Kalonzo, and Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta. We don't know which conversation they had. Maybe just hold on. Hold on. Let me bring Hamisi Mboga here. Hamisi, you disappeared and you're back in a flash. Okay, fine. So what is the political future of Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka? You have to finish that statement. Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, you have to finish that statement. Yes, I want to finish that statement that if you are running for presidency in Kenya, you are running for a national outlook. Or when some other friends are saying, what are the stake of his people? Which people? When you are running for a presidency, you are running for all the Kenyans. So if you are just looking at the background of yours and my people in this region, then you are not speaking a national language. So we want Kalonzo Musyoka to come out. I'm starting for the presidency.
and I will be fighting for everybody. His people should be everybody, including us from because he has his people here, but now he's talking for to speak and that's does he have,
okay.
Does he have network here where we are?
All right. Hamisi, today the technology is not on your side. Technology is not on your side today, Hamisi. And yes, let me just come back to you, Kevin. So, this is the situation now we have. What should we expect moving forward?
Moving forward, Victor, the Kenyan politics will indeed, as you have said, be very tough and complicated. But by the end of the day, Victor, Kenyans will make a choice. Looking at the number of presidential candidates who have given their applications to contest. And of course, IBC will be clearing them. Out of 47, if all of them are cleared, you can imagine how it will be. And that's why the last time I was here, I urged IBC to ensure that they do proper civic education for Kenyans to know how they will vote, and who, because some of the symbols you have seen, Victor, they're even confusing. Some of the symbols by these presidential candidates, especially the independent candidates. So I think moving forward, and now seeing that Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka may also be on the ballot, I think it will be a situation whereby it is no longer a two-horse race. And you have heard Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka severally calling himself a buffalo soldier. So I think now if there's horses and buffaloes and also all those manner of other things, I think it will be a tough race.
Okay.
But by the end of the day, Kenya, Victor, is a democratic country. In fact, comparing Kenya with other third world countries, Kenya's democracy is at a good good step. So, Victor, what I can say is that let every player in the electoral system play their role very effectively, especially IBC. Let them play an effective role. Even when you look at also the statements by Kenya Kwanza and the DP, to be specific, on asking why cabinet secretaries are participating in campaigns, to me that is a valid question. Because Honorable Mosheru, for example, who is the ICT minister, will play a key role in the election. You have heard the argument between Chebukati and Chiloba on the issue of the now transmission of the results. Now the internet, for example, the data which will be used during the election. So it means the ICT CS will play a very important role. But when you see them openly supporting one candidate, you wonder whether, honestly, whether these are people who are supposed to ensure that they serve all Kenyans, or even though they have their own political right, but they should have resigned like the likes of Cecily Kariuki and go and campaign. They did not resign. So me, as a Kenyan, I would actually ask all government officials who are still in their positions to just serve Kenyans. Uhuru Kenyatta still has 2 months or 3 months to serve Kenyans. Let them serve Kenyans because the resources are being used here. Let politics continue because we have to do politics. By the end of the day, let Kenyans get a leader who will be able to serve Kenyans well.
All right.
That is all, Victor, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let me bring in Hamisi here. It seems we've lost Hamisi. All right, I think that's a safe place for us to conclude this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin Katisya, Hamisi Mboga. Much as technology has failed us today, but nonetheless, we were able to grab him, and Tabitha Ogutu as well. Today, all the presidential contestants will be at the Bomas of Kenya. That function, they are going to be presenting their papers for verification and all the procedures that is required under the law conducted by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. So let's wait and see how that will pan out. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.